Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
What is it that brings us truly alive? This isn't a long list of things we need to be doing, or even the things that we are needed in a particular situation. And this isn't about figuring out what is needed by the world or what we think we should be doing. This is about what makes you come alive. One of my favorite artists, authors, and theologians is Howard Thurman, and he puts it this way: don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask you what makes you come alive, and go and do that, because what the world needs is people who have come alive. The world needs people who have come alive. Parker Palmer says that vocation does not mean a goal that I pursue. It means a calling that I hear. Before I can tell my life what I want to do with it, I must listen to my life telling me who I am. I must listen for the truths and the values that are at the heart of my own identity, not some arbitrary standards by which I must live, but the standards by which I cannot help but live if I am living my own authentic life. Again, not the standards by which someone has determined that I should live, but the standards by which I cannot help but live if I'm living my own authentic life. So what does this mean to listen to your life? The word vocation is a key part of this right here. The word vocation comes from the Latin vocare, or voice. Vocation is therefore about listening to the voice of spirit that lies within and allowing it to express in, through, and as us. Letting our lives speak is more about making room in our souls for the signs and the messages in and around that lift us up. When your life speaks to you, it invites the truth to be known first in you, by you, and then as you. As the soul listens for love, strength, determination, and hope that come forth from that. Vocation is not a title, it's not a role, it's not a job or an occupation. It is a quiet yes, whispered by the soul to the soul. Your life never stops speaking to you. Our task is to learn to listen for the sounds of the creation of a life that matters now more than ever. And our lives do not just speak through words. They speak through our actions, our reactions. They speak through our intuition and our instinct, through our feelings and bodily states of being. And these subtle yet profound ways of speaking are often more profound than any words we could ever utter. Now, it would be nice if these things that we hear, these feelings that we have, the intuition, our subtle nudges, our 2x4 moments, were all things that we wanted to hear. Life would be so easy if we could just follow the things we think we want. But we must not only learn to listen to the positive things, we must learn to listen to those things that we really don't want to hear. Because oftentimes, those are the things we most need to hear. Parker says, an inevitable, though often ignored dimension of the quest for wholeness is that we must embrace what we dislike or find shameful about ourselves, as well as what we are confident and proud of. Our lives are a grand experiment. And as any good scientist knows, negative results are just as important, if not more, than the positive ones. Our souls long to be heard, but our souls are often very soft-spoken, and they only speak their truth under quiet, inviting, and trustworthy conditions. Parker Palmer has a really great description of the soul and in the way that we have to be quiet with it. He says, the soul is like a wild animal, tough, resilient, savvy, self-sufficient, and yet exceedingly shy. If we want to see a wild animal, the last thing we should do is go crashing through the woods, shouting for the creature to come out. But if we are willing to walk quietly into the woods and sit silently for an hour or two at the base of a tree, the creature we are waiting for may well emerge. And out of the corner of our eye, we will catch a glimpse at the precious wildness we seek. Sitting in the silence. There is a silence that forever invites us to discover the meaning of our lives and to connect deeply with our souls. And through that, we can discover our true vocation. But we have to go within to find it.
Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.